Welcome to School Report, a glimpse into the classrooms of St. Lucie County Public Schools. School Report provides the opportunity to share with the community academic and extracurricular activities of students in our schools. And now, here is School Report.
We want to thank you. It's going to be a great few minutes just introducing and installing our new officers for next year's Key Club. Congratulations to those that have been nominated. But before we do start, if you all don't mind, can you stand up and face the flag and let's say the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. It's been a great year. We've had great student leadership, and we want to thank Nicole and all the officers here that have done a great job leading us into a new direction. And at this time, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Deb Mock. Or Nicole.
No, I'll
go ahead and introduce Nicole.
Yeah, I'll introduce Nicole. Hi, I'm Deb Mock. You guys see me at all of the meetings. And today is the installation of officers in celebration of everything that you have done. So in order to kick this off, we have asked Nicole to come up and discuss a little bit about our club accomplishments this year. So Nicole.
To begin, this year has been truly outstanding. We jumped from 55 members to over 175 members this year alone.
Woo, good job.
We had a successful event at least once a month that allowed all our members the opportunity to gain volunteer hours. Beginning in October, we helped in the First Methodist Church annual pumpkin patch, moving pumpkins off the trunk. We helped with a car wash to gain donations to support the fight in breast cancer. In November, members helped with River's Edge Elementary Campout. December was a busy month, as the first day we spent our morning at Christmas Kids toy bagging, and the next day walking at the Kiwanis Christmas Parade, where we placed second in the best St. Lucie County school entry. Members were also able to help with our school's chorus concert later that month. As a side project, we collected dog food that was given to a shelter in Vero as well. In January, we helped, sometimes ran, sometimes screamed our lungs out at the Martin Luther King Parade. In March, we helped at our school's Cobra relays at the track, making sure all the events ran smoothly and members played as victims at the domestic exercise drills that were held at the college's safety complex. In April, once again, the track team asked for help once more, and we found ourselves at the Oxbow Earth Day festivals, putting exhibitors' booths up and patrolling those who were taking good measures within the ecosystem. We finished the month off at River's Edge Carnival and helped the prom committee decorating and set up for prom. This year was full of tasks, and somehow we were able to complete and be at every event with just enough people. I am proud of every single one of you for taking the responsibility and helping our school and our community. Seniors, no matter where you go, take that civic responsibility with you. For everyone else, join this club once again and continue our journey to become better people who care about where we live in our community. I would also like to thank Ms. Pescio and both our sponsors, Ms. Demock and Mr. Troy Ingersoll, for allowing this club to become what it has. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole. Wow, you guys have done so much this year. It has been such a successful year, and that's why we're here, to celebrate that and to install the officers. But first, what we're going to do is pass out some certificates of appreciation. So I'm going to start with last year's officers. So if Andy Rodriguez would come up. Thank you, Andy. Stand there and then we'll get a picture. And McClintock Hefner. Evan is not here, but Evan Kohuth was our treasurer. We're hoping that he's okay because he might have stopped to help someone. That's what we're hoping he did. But Evan Kohuth was our treasurer. Mackenzie Musket. And last but not least, we really could not have had the successful year that we have had without the leadership of Nicole. She has been amazing this year, and I know you know that because she's always texting you or group meeting you or making sure we have enough people to get to the events, and we always had enough people, and I can tell you that our reputation in the community is very high. Everyone is always saying, can Key Club come? Can Key Club come? And a lot of that is due to leadership. So Nicole, thank you so much. I just love working with her. I can text her at any time and get answers back quickly, and she's there for the events, and she's such a motivating person for Key Club, and we want to thank her for everything she's done this year. So thank you. Okay, so we will go ahead and get started with the installation. I'm going to introduce Mr. Anton Krizel. He is our president for Kiwanis, and he will be doing the installation today. So he's going to speak a little bit, and then I will be calling each of the officers up that will be installed today.
All right. Thank you, Deb. As she said, my name is Anton Kreisel. I'm the president of Fort Pierce Sunrise Kiwanis Club. I'm very happy to be here today with you all. So to start, would the incoming officers please stand and come forward, come right over here. Now, having been elected to the office of president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, and class directors, you are responsible for working with the club advisors to make sure club business is accomplished. You are responsible for the administration of the affairs of the club. You must determine the policies and activities of the club, work with prospective members, and continue to develop a strong club. You are charged with the control of all its bills and its money, and brief all the general management of your organization rests upon you. You have a role at all club meetings, so plan to attend and take an active part in all club activities. Express your opinions by always thinking of the best interests of the whole club, not individual members or your personal wishes.
Okay, so Carlos, we will induct you first, and this is the motivator.
The motivator. Okay, you have been elected to serve as motivator. Your job is to rally Key Club members to always be successful.
And next is editor, and Daniela is standing in for Cheyenne, who had to leave for sports, I believe.
You have been elected to serve your club as editor. The job of editor is vital to the success of the Key Club. You are responsible for the prime tool of communication, the club newsletter, as well as all forms of communication. You are the voice of the club to the school and to the community. Let everyone know exactly what your club is doing to serve the children of the world.
As secretary, Alethea Jacobs? Ackus. Okay, thank you.
This is secretary?
Yes.
Okay. You've been elected to serve your club as secretary. The job of secretary is one of the most challenging. It is your duty to keep a careful and accurate record of the activities of the club and preserve the records for further reference. Your record membership, attendance, and minutes of all meetings of the club. You'll keep the club organized. You will greatly contribute to the success of this group.
And can Sasha, the treasurer, is not here, but if you'll go ahead and read what her responsibilities are.
So for treasurer, you've been elected to serve your club as treasurer. In addition to financial ability, this office demands personal integrity, a quality your fellow club members saw while electing you to office. Your duties will be to oversee the funds of your club, to keep proper records, and to distribute them upon proper orders.
And vice president is Andy Rodriguez.
You have been elected to serve your club as vice president. As next in office to the president, you become her understudy. You may be asked at any time to keep up in her absence or incapacity. Let me then ask you to give careful attention to what I am about to say, to the elected president, and to consider the remarks as also being addressed to you.
And president is Mackenzie Musket.
To the president, it is a pleasure to welcome you as the elected chief executive of this organization. It is a great honor to serve as president, an office that makes you the highest authority but also gives you the heaviest responsibilities. Now, to all officers, it is a great privilege to welcome you into the official responsibility for the welfare of this club. I am sure that you all deeply appreciate the honor bestowed upon you by your fellow members, and that you enter upon your official business with the earnest resolution to be faithful in the trust placed in you. I congratulate you and congratulate all of the club for the wisdom of its choice for its official leadership. The success of this club doesn't depend on any one of you individually, but all of you collectively. In the democracy of Key Clubs, there should be no division among the elected representatives placed in charge of its affairs. I therefore charge you never to hold your respective personal opinions above the collective opinions of this entire body. As you each rightly seek to give your best to the club, I urge you also to seek the best from your fellow members. Let all board members freely share ideas about club activities in discussion, and let them be adopted only by the will of the majority. And finally, let me remind you that Key Club is a service club. It has defined objects. Every member is convinced that these objects are a practical and effective plan, not only to develop each member into a better citizen, but through you to build a better nation. It's your job to translate that conviction into action. Yours is the leading and directing part of the process of making the objects of Key Club work and making them deeply meaningful. So, congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Okay, so this is our new leadership, and their first job is going to be to serve you pizza and cake. So if you guys will go back there, please. And I can tell we're going to have another great year next year. If you have friends that have not joined Key Club, please speak to them so we can have another fantastic year next year. And we will see you guys in September. Thank you for coming.